All right, all right, all right. Let me get all of these live streams up and going. Let me get these up and going. What's going on? Guys, just give me a few minutes. Let me get all my devices going because Homeboy is live on TikTok now. I am live. I got TikTok. It is going to be phenomenal. Identity. All right, all right, all right. What's going on? What's going on? All right, I see everybody coming in. All right, guys. So this TikTok thing is new. All right, so y'all need to bear with me. All right, this TikTok stuff is new. So we finally got TikTok on live. I'm about to go ham right now. So let me get the other platforms up. I just got Instagram left, and then we're gonna get straight into it. Let's see. This should have been scheduled already. Live schedule. Oh, we didn't schedule it. Okay. All right. Bankruptcy. So today, guys, we're going to talk about bankruptcy or identity theft. Identity theft. THEFT. All right. So give me 1 second. I'll add this in. And then we're going to go live. All right, guys. So we're going to talk about bankruptcy or identity theft. Which is it? A lot of times you guys hear public record, public record, public record, but is it really public record? Is it really public record or is it identity theft? So for those of you on TikTok, thanks for joining us. It is my first TikTok. It is my first. So yeah, you guys on TikTok, just bear with me. Let me get the other platforms going. And so text challenge, CHALL challenge to 917-810-3329 to join my 5-day credit deletion challenge. All right, somebody put in a request. My 5-day credit deletion challenge. All right, so for those of you that are seeing me for so those of you that are seeing me for the first time, right? My name is Dwayne Delevante. I am your favorite consumer law expert. Right now, we're going to discuss public record or is it bankruptcy? Hold on. TikTok is new to me. So, we can get people on TikTok too. It is a wrap. So it's my first time going live on TikTok. All right, guys. Say again. Oh, okay. So let's get it. All right. So today we're going to discuss, guys, bankruptcy or is it identity theft? Bankruptcy or identity theft. So let me ask you a question. Do you own a credit repair business? Savage MK Angel?
Yeah, just call me
Angel. Angel, do you have a credit repair business?
What type of business?
A credit repair business.
Credit repair. I don't have that type of business, but I'm been working on my credit through other businesses.
Okay. So what I'll specifically be talking about today is bankruptcy, right? We're going to speak about how to get bankruptcies deleted. I'm going to speak about how to get it totally gone from your consumer report. But the biggest thing is it really a bankruptcy or is it identity theft? That's the big thing. So what I'm going to do, Angel, just to make sure that I am not going to have any distractions, I am going to just put you back into the audience for now, and then later on when I do Q&A, you can come back and we're going to talk about it. All right? All right. So I'm not sure how you do that now. How do you do that part? Could you assist me, Angel? Or do you know how to exit? I bet. All right. So, guys, what are we going to really talk about? So, I want to hear your feedback. Throw it in the comments. Is it identity theft or is it bankruptcy? Which one is it? They say public records, right? And they like to use the word public record. But is it a public record or is it identity theft? How do we figure that out? Let's see. All right, Angel. I am trying to figure this out. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Angel. For those of you that have any bankruptcy, before I even start, I want to see where you guys are coming in from. Where drop your city. I want to see and know where you guys are coming from. Drop your city so I know where you guys are coming in from because it's important to give y'all a shout out. All right, identity theft people. Can you ask her to speak up? Oh, she wasn't speaking. Um, I see New York in the building. What else? Where else? Where you guys call it bankruptcy is a movement. Not sure what you mean by bankruptcy is a movement, but I see Brooklyn, Chicago, upstate, South Carolina, Jackson, Florida. Hey, you guys in Florida, I hope you guys are safe. I'm seeing some wild videos coming out of Florida. I am seeing seals. I am seeing gators. I am seeing gators in people's houses. I'm seeing some wild stuff coming out of Florida. So if you guys are in Florida, I really hope you guys are safe. I really hope you guys are doing well. Make sure y'all got that flood insurance because y'all need to start making those insurance claims very soon. I see Texas, Memphis, Atlanta. Where else? Where are you guys coming in from? I see Brooklyn, Cali, ATL, Houston. All right. Where else? Where else? Where else? I am seeing. All right. Bet. Shout out to Boss Lady HP. All right. I'm seeing people coming in. All right. So let's talk about it. So now that I see where you guys are coming in from, let's definitely get it. Let's definitely get it. Bankruptcy or identity theft. Team, I need someone on Clubhouse to come put the link. So it should be come find. Oh, this is what happened. Okay. I need to open this. Okay, how do I open this? I see the issue. How do I open room to everyone? Yes. All right, good. That explains a lot because I'm like, boom. All right, cool. A bear, you're here. I need some help. All right, bet. All right, so bear, please get the link and everything up. I was wondering why this room was like locked. Okay, great. So now that we're talking about it, right? Is it a public record? Can somebody tell me what a public record is? Can someone explain to me what are public records? Somebody talk to me. What is public record? What is a public record? Right? What is a public record? Liens, not necessarily liens, Cat. Public record is not necessarily liens. What is public record? Right? They use this word very loosely, right? There's no such thing as a public record, right? LexisNexis is a name of a consumer reporting consumer reporting agency that allegedly reports um, public records. But is there such a thing as a public record? What is a public record? Because if Congress says I have the right to privacy, what is a public record? If I have the right to privacy, what's a public record? What's a public record? What is that? All right. So if you're on Clubhouse, Abir just pinned the link at the top, right? That is to join my 5-day credit deletion challenge. So for those of you that are just joining me, I am having a 5-day challenge where I'm going to teach you guys how to delete every negative and derogatory item on your credit. All right, every single one. So I'm going to teach you guys how to delete late payments. I'll be teaching y'all how to delete student loans, how to delete bankruptcies, how to delete charge off, how to delete collections without paying a single dime. I will be teaching y'all how to delete anything. Anyone can access your information as uh, so what we're going to do is we're teaching credit the right way. Now, there are a lot of ways, right, to delete items on your consumer report. There are a lot of ways to repair, rebuild, and restore your own credit. There's a lot of ways to do a lot of things, but the most effective one that I've seen, the most effective one I have seen is consumer laws. Why? Why is consumer law so important? Because these are the laws put in place by Congress to protect consumers. These are the laws put in place, right, to protect consumers. So, guys, what I want you to do, if you are on TikTok, can you guys share this live or tag some people? Everybody that you know that does credit. Shout out to my guy, David Power Talk. Everyone you know that does credit, everybody you know that is in the credit industry, I want you guys to share this live. So if you're on TikTok, you're on Instagram, YouTube, Clubhouse, everybody you know that does credit, I want you guys to tag them. If you're on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitch as well, I want you to tag everybody because this is information everybody needs to hear. So if someone's working on your credit and they're not on this live, guess what? You need to get them on this live because these are the people that are working on your stuff that you need to get on this call. Let me drink some water. Ah. And yes, for those of you who are seeing me for the first time, I do drink with my pinky up. Absolutely. I am a very classy guy, I might say. All right. So let's talk about it. Public record. All right. What is a public record? Let's see what the definition of public record is. All right, public record. Let's see what the definition is because I'm curious as to what the definition is for public record, right? All right, so I'm gonna go to Google and then I'm gonna type inside of Google public record and I'm gonna see what comes up. Public record. Definitions. Let's go to definitions. All right. Public records contain information, minutes, files, accounts, or any other document that a governmental body is required to maintain and must be accessible to the public. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. All right. Public record. A record required by law to be made and kept. A record made by a public officer or government agency in the course of the performance of a duty. Nope. A record filed in a public office. Well, that's not really giving me much. Let's see what Wikipedia is saying. Public records are documents or pieces of information that are not considered confidential and generally pertain to the conduct of government. Well, if it pertains to the conduct of government, I am not a government, right? So, how does that apply to me? But let's read further and let's see what's going on. For example, in California, when a couple fills out a marriage license application, they have the option of checking the box as to whether the marriage is confidential. All right, record will be closed and not open to the public once recorded, or public record will become public record once recorded. Essentially, if the marriage record is public, a copy of the record can be ordered from the county in which the marriage occurred. Other examples of public records includes information pertaining to births, deaths, and documented transactions with government agencies. Okay, so it says document transactions with government agencies. Okay, cool. Documented transactions, documented transactions with government agencies. Documented transactions with government agencies. Okay. So if you're saying that if I go and I file bankruptcy and I go to the bankruptcy court, that I'm actually in a transaction because the definition says it's a transaction with a government agency. That's what make it public record, right? So if it's a when did I make a transaction? So are you saying that when I file this document, when I file it with the court, I'm actually doing a transaction and it's not a court? It sounds like that's what I'm hearing. Oh, David, my challenge starts on Monday. So my challenge is Monday. It starts on Monday. I will be going ham. So if public record is a transaction, right, with a government agency, let's explore it a little more. So let's go to the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And for those of you that wants to follow, all you got to do is put in your browser 1515 USC 1681. So when you put in 15 USC 1681, it's going to bring you to the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Now, for those of you that just joined us, my challenge starts on Monday, guys. We are like 3 days away. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yep. We are 3 days away. My Master Derogatory Account Deletion Challenge starts on Monday, and it's going to be bananas. If you guys have not joined the challenge, you guys need to text me right now. Text me right now the word challenge. So text the word challenge to 917-810-3329. Right? Text the word challenge. Right? Put the word challenge. Text the word challenge to 917-810-3329. The prices are in the description in the link. So all you got to do is look at it. All the information is there. So text the word challenge to 917-810-3329. All right, so let's go back to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, right? Accuracy and fairness of credit reporting. Well, the banking system is dependent upon fair and accurate credit reporting. Inaccurate credit reports directly impair the efficiency of the banking system, and unfair credit reporting methods undermine public confidence, which is essential to the continued functioning of the banking system. What does that mean? What does that mean? That the information provided must be accurate. But let's take it a step further. When you go to 15 USC 1681 and you go to A4, it says there is a need to ensure that a consumer reporting agency exercise their grave responsibilities with fairness, impartiality, and a respect for the consumer's right to privacy. Now, if we have a right to privacy, how can public records be displayed on our consumer reports? I am open for all discussions. Let me know. If, right, if you have a right to privacy, if you got a right to privacy, how can public records be displayed on a consumer report? I am open for all feedback. Talk to me. Let me see what you guys are saying. If, right, Congress says this. This is in their laws, not my law. I don't write laws. I am not a member of the government. I am just your favorite consumer law expert. Congress says there is a need to ensure that a consumer reporting agency exercise their grave responsibilities with fairness, impartiality, and a respect for the consumer's right to privacy. Guys, if you have a right to privacy, how can public record or records be displayed on the consumer report? Give me some feedback. Somebody talk to me. If there's anybody on here right now that has a credit repair business or operates a credit repair business, jump on the live. I want to have a conversation. So while I'm waiting for y'all feedback, text the word challenge. Text the word challenge to 917 810 3329. Team, make sure that we're dropping the text number inside the YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn chats, and putting the links and the numbers everywhere. Like, this is an honest question. If you have a right to privacy, if you have a right to privacy, where does a public record come from? If right here in their laws, not mine, the rain is not a lawmaker, the rain is not a lawyer, but Congress says there is a need to ensure that consumer reporting agencies exercise their grave responsibilities with fairness, impartiality, and a respect for the consumer's right to privacy. Where does public records come in if you have a right to privacy? Where? I need somebody to answer this question. Haitian CEO, if you know somebody that can answer this question, please let's get them on the live. Ping somebody. Or if you got the answer, my brother, join me on the live, because I want to know. You speak, and when I say you, I'm talking about the consumer reporting agencies. You speak about public record. Where does a public record come from if Congress says I have the right to privacy?
So how does that work? Because it sounds like
Who's that? Paris? Talk to me, Paris. What's going on?
it sounds like all public records, unless you are given consent to, to disclose that information in writing, is not to be shared, right? So I mean, based on that,
I mean, it's their laws. It is their laws. So let me ask you: if someone says you have a right to privacy, where does public record? That's what I want to know. Where does the public record come from? If Congress themselves say the consumer has the right to privacy, consumer reporting agencies must exercise their grave responsibility. They have a responsibility to respect your right to privacy. Where does a public record come from if consumer reporting agency must exercise, right? They must exercise their grave responsibilities with fairness, impartiality, and a respect for the consumer's right to privacy. Where does the public record come from? Okay, let me take it a step further. Let me take it a step further.
there has to be some consent given somewhere in some fine print.
It is not. This is a fraudulent act, but because people don't know consumer laws, we accepted these things, and over time, we think that this is the way it is. I am here to tell y'all this is not the way it goes. It does not go like that. So let me take a stroll on over to 15 USC 1681B. For those of you who don't know what 15 USC 1681B speaks about, it speaks about permissible purpose of consumer reports. Permissible purpose. Let me see y'all put it in the chat. Permissible purpose. Right? Permissible purpose. Let me see y'all drop that in the chat. Permissible purpose. I'm going somewhere with this. I am going to prove to y'all without a shadow of doubt that public records or bankruptcies come on your report as a result of identity theft. I'm going to prove it to y'all. Just watch. I'm going somewhere with this. Identity theft because you never gave them written instructions. Let me see y'all put permissible purpose in the chat. I'm not seeing it. Come on, guys. Let me see y'all put permissible purpose in the chat. Permissible purpose. Permissible purpose. Let's get it. Permissible purpose. Let's get it. So now it says, subject to subsection C, any consumer reporting agency may furnish a consumer report under the following circumstances and no other. Under the following circumstances and no other. On my BK, it does say that they do not report to credit bureaus, but they do have a law that states that the agencies pull from public records. What law, Kai? What law says that they are allowed to pull from public records? And what law says that they can put any information on your consumer report? I want to find those laws because the laws that I'm reading tells me something else. It says on the report for 7 to 10 years. Okay, that's the report. But how does it get on there? See, we got to comprehend that there's levels to it. What gives permission for items to be on your credit? It's called permissible purpose. This is what Congress is saying. Kai, listen to me right now. Any consumer reporting agency may furnish a consumer report under the following circumstances and no other. Number 2 says, in accordance with the written instructions of the consumer to whom it relates. Written permission from the consumer to whom it relates. I'm going to say it one more time. Written, it's in your words, written instructions. Written instructions. Written instructions to the consumer to whom it relates. All right. In accordance with the Fair Credit Reporting Act, 15 U.S.C. 1681 CA1, credit reporting agencies should not report a bankruptcy case on a person's credit report after 10 years from the date. That is what is written there, right? Now, in order for them to furnish anything on your reports, where did you, the consumer, give written instructions of to the consumer reporting agency to put it on your credit? See, I am not saying a bankruptcy cannot be on your credit. I am saying this. You got a right to privacy. You have a right to privacy, but not only that, permissible purpose must be given. I'm not saying a bankruptcy can't be under credit. I am saying you have a right to privacy. So if you have a right to privacy, where does the public record come from? If you got a right to privacy, if you got to give permissible purpose, written instructions for them to furnish anything on your consumer report, when did you give them permission to furnish a bankruptcy or public record on your credit? That's the question I'm asking. When did you give permission? When did you give permission? And what happened to my right to privacy? That's all I'm asking. So for those of you that just came here, guys, I'm having a 5-day credit deletion challenge on Monday. Monday is day 1 of my 5-day challenge. Guys, I am going to break down how to delete bankruptcies. I'm going to break down how to delete evictions. I'm going to show you guys how to delete late payments. I'm going to show you guys how to delete charge-offs. I'm going to show you guys how to delete every single item from your credit. I'm going to say this one more time. Every negative account or positive account, if you want to delete those too. If you want to learn how to delete those, I will be teaching y'all. I will be teaching y'all how to delete these items from your credit. Why is it important? You are the person in charge. You. Nothing gets on your consumer report without you. You have to give permission for any person, and person means corporation, to put anything on your credit. For those of you that wants to join my 5-day challenge starting on Monday, you guys need to text me. So get your books out and write this down. Text the word challenge. Text the word challenge to 917-810-3329. That's challenge. Text the word challenge to 917-810-3329 to join my 5-day credit deletion challenge. So let me get right back into it.
When you say challenge, is this a course or is this a challenge?
So it's a 5-day challenge. It's like a mini course. It's like challenges are like webinars, right? So it's like a virtual conference, so to speak, but we call it challenge because we have a specific date for it, a specific time, and a specific purpose.
Okay.
So over the course of 5 days, I am going to be breaking down to y'all how to get late payments deleted, how to get bankruptcies deleted, how to get a mortgage deleted from your credit, how to get auto loans deleted from your credit, how to get repossessions deleted, how to get bankruptcies, charge off, whatever negative account or positive account, whatever account you can think of that you want deleted, especially those pesky student loans. I can teach you guys how to get those items deleted. Why? Because I've done it. Why? Because I've taught over 1,000 people how to do it. Why? Because I have changed the credit reports of over 130,000 people. I mean, I think I might know something. But let me get back.
Hey, is that good for timeshares too?
Say again, please.
Timeshares?
Bruh, I built a letter especially for timeshares because a friend of mine had the issue. And I'm noticing now that timeshares is becoming a big problem to a lot of people. I have a letter and a process for that too. Sounds to me like you got a timeshare that's talking some shit that you never gave them permission.
Yeah. We bought a timeshare. Took advantage of a good deal.
What we thought was a good deal.
Yeah, at the time during the pandemic.
Yep, we thought it was a good deal, but what actually happened?
Well, it still is a good deal, you know, for what we used it for. We just came across some financial issues, so we weren't able to make the payments. So now it's about maybe 8 months behind.
But bruh,
and it's showing on the credit.
Brother man, a late payment does not exist though. So how is there a late payment on your credit and a late payment doesn't exist? Right. Do you hear the words coming out of my mouth? Late payments do not exist on your consumer report. So how do you have a late payment? And late payments are against the law.
Right. I believe it's on. I gotta check. I believe it's on the credit report as a collection. Well, it can't be because they haven't foreclosed or anything. So it really is should be just a late payments, right?
So are you telling me that a late payment exists?
No, I'm not telling you that.
It sounds like that's what you just said, though.
I've been in these rooms long enough, hit you and quite other folks, Los, and in these business credit rooms that I'm pretty sure that late payments don't exist.
So why do we let them lie? Why do we let them assassinate our character? Why do we let them damage our mode of living with these inaccurate information being furnished on your consumer report? Did you know that your consumer report is your reputation? Come on, Paris. This isn't where you go silent. Talk to me.
Oh, yeah, I do know. It's a reflection of your character, absolutely.
Your mode of living, your credibility, your character. So why do we let them assassinate our character by putting derogatory and inaccurate information on our credits? Somebody talk to me.
I mean, when you put it like that, it makes no sense. Fucking idiots. I mean, but what you don't know, you don't know. And
the people that do know use the things that you don't know against you. That's what they're doing. It is time. It is time. Keywords: derogatory, inaccurate. Yep. Yes, emotional damage, defamation. Yep. My man says exclusion section. Good. You guys are following. Good. I am so happy that I am not just on here in vain giving information and you guys are not learning. When do we become the educated consumer? Are we just going to be sitting on our hands, joining gossip rooms and things that are not going to get us to where we need to go? Or are we going to tune in to people like the Credit Hero that's giving you game week after week for a whole year and a half, going 2 years, still giving game? To get the information, to change my life, to change my circumstances so I can do better. Do, be, have. I can do better, right? I can do more so I can have more, so I can be more. Do better, have more, be more. If we are just a hamster on a wheel, we are running in place and we are not getting anywhere. I refuse to be a hamster on the wheel. I refuse. I reject bad credit. I reject bad credit. And I reject bad credit on all of y'all consumer report because you guys have the information to change the way the credit is being reported. Each and every one of you have the ability. And I know it's cliche. Oh, if I did it, you can too. Absolutely. I did it. You can do it too. I wasn't even born here. I've only been in this country for 12 years. 12. 12. 12 years I've been in this country. 12. This whole credit stuff is new. I was denied for everything. Everything, everything. I know what it's like being denied. I know what it's like being told no. I was there and I decided that, yo, bro, you gotta change your situation. I went to get my first car. I lived in Jamaica. So for those of you who don't know, I am from Jamaica because I'm an island boy. I'm a real island boy. I'm an island boy. I'm a real island boy. I moved from Jamaica to the United States in 2010. Didn't know anything about credit, nothing at all. I was being denied for a phone. I was being denied for an apartment. I was being denied for everything because I had no clue what credit was. The first time I went to get a car, I was told that you cannot get a car, you have no credit, you are not qualified. What do you mean I have no credit? What does credit have to do with anything? I got my money. What you mean? Nope. Nope. Your money isn't good here. Nope. You need to open a line of credit. Well, shit, how do I do that? Well, you can't because you don't got no credit. Is there anyone you can call that could co-sign for you to get the car? What is a co-signer? I don't even know what that word means. What is a co-signer? Well, a co-signer is someone that you can call, and basically that person is going to say, hey, if you skip your payments or if you don't make payments, we can hold them liable to make payments. I was like, I don't know what y'all just explained, but guess what? I am going to call my friend Kevin. I called my friend Kevin. Kevin, I want to get a car, and these people said I need a co-signer. I don't know what a co-signer is, but the only person that I can think of calling is you. And he said, all right, bet, let me come see what's going on. right? So now when I called Kevin, oh, somebody says they thought I'm British. Well, hello. Let me take a sip of this water real quick. Hold up. Mm. Somebody thought I was British, yeah? Anyway, right? So I called Kevin, and Kevin said, I bet I'm going to be a co-signer. No, guys, I didn't know what it meant to be a co-signer. I didn't comprehend, right? I didn't comprehend how much danger or the responsibility that I was putting Kevin in. I didn't know what I was asking my friend to do, to be a co-signer, because I had no clue what a co-signer was. They explained it to me, but I still didn't know the implications of having someone being a co-signer. Now, it's a good thing I'm a very good steward, right? I got the car and I paid it off and stuff like that. But I was paying 18.90% interest rate on a used Nissan Altima, 2007 used Nissan Altima. The payments were 500 and something dollars a month. 500 and something dollars a month. I can't remember. 500 and change a month for a used Nissan Altima with 75,000 miles. Guys, I became a victim of predatory lending and I didn't even know it. Yep, it's true. I was a victim of predatory lending and I had no clue what predatory lending was. No clue at all. Yep, on a used, like my payments on a used Nissan Altima could have been the payment on a Mercedes. Like, can you all imagine how much I was paying on a used car? Mine is over 23%. It's disgusting. It is disgusting how much you pay when you don't understand and comprehend credit. Use 2013 Honda Civic. Oh my God, 23%. Disgusting. Predatory lending is disgusting. But because you don't know any better, we fall victim to it all the time. I'm quite sure I am not the only one that's been a victim of predatory lending. I am quite sure I am not the only one here. There's 46 people over there. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 21. We have about 100 people here collectively. Out of everybody that's here, I cannot be the only one that was taken advantage of because I didn't know credit. I refuse to believe I was the only one. Some of y'all here not telling the truth. Some of y'all here not telling the truth. I was not the only one that became a victim of predatory lending. What is APR? APR. Annual percentage rate. I wasn't the only one. I'm sure some of you right now might even have accounts on your credit. Oh my, somebody was 28%, bro. You know what? Let me do a survey right now. Guys, what's the highest interest rates you guys are paying right now? What's the highest interest rates Drop your interest rates right now. Let me see what's going on. Because I'm sure I couldn't be the only one. There's no way I'm the only one. Somebody says 28%. Let me really see what's going on. Because there's no way I'm the only 40, bruh. Oh my God. 43.04%. I see 3%. Okay, I see 4.56. 36. Hold up. I see 36%. What is 9%? Nah, this person with 43% right now is the winner. 18%. We should be able to buy a car via consumer credit transaction, correct? Including insurance. That is correct. Don't know, uninformed. Okay. So, Jim, you definitely need to find out what interest rates you are paying. 22%. Guys, I am telling you, this predatory lending is big business. It is big business, and banks are making bank off of this. No play upon words. No pun intended. Guys, bad credit is a big business. And when you don't know consumer laws, these are the things that you face every single day. When you know better, you do better. And I'm telling you guys, everybody that's a victim of predatory lending, why are you guys not in my university? That's my biggest question. That's the first question I'm going to ask. Why are you guys not learning how to repair, rebuild, restore your own credit? Why are you guys not learning how to use consumer laws and go after them for your remedy? Like, how long are we going to play the victim card? Like, this is a real question, a real conversation. How long are we going to play the victim card? I didn't know. No one told me. They took advantage of me. Well, shit. When you know better, do better. I'm fighting them right now. Hell yeah. I joined. Okay, bet. Guys, we need to take action. There's a reason why I'm doing the 5-day challenge. There's a reason why you need to be a part of the 5-day challenge. We need to start doing things that moves us from being a victim to a person now that's taking their power back. I'm telling you guys, I was a victim of predatory lending. And when I found out how to gain my funds back, I discovered a law called the usury law. And when I went back after Santander, because I don't care, I went back after Santander and they cut me a check for $3,000. Now, mind you, this was 2000 and what was this? 2013, 2014, right? And they cut me a check, and I just literally just took the check and I went about my business. 18% 2008 car. Oh my God. 2018 to two. Oh wow, man. So they cut me a check and I just went about my business. But you see, I didn't know the things I didn't know. I didn't know how to properly use the usury law. I didn't know how to properly use consumer law. So they cut me a check for $3,000 and I was like, I bet I got paid. I'm out. Now, any if any institution tries that shit with me now, oh my God, I am telling y'all, the narrative is going to be a different story. Why? Because I moved from being a victim. I moved from being that person that is begging to access my own credit, that has to call a cosigner to access my own credit. I moved from being a victim to being the educated consumer. Big difference. Big, big difference. What happened? All right, bet. I'm glad you asked. I went to the into the dealership, right? And I wanted a car to put on Turo. So they say, "Hey, guy, what's going on?" I said, "Great, just looking at some cars. I need something. I'm a businessman. I need a car to put on Turo." I'm not lying. I told him plain and simple, right? And I'm like, I like this blue car. This blue car looks really, really great. And I can see a lot of people getting it. And I can see now myself owning it and making money from it. So the guy was like, "Damn, you're really straightforward." I'm like, "Bro, I don't got time to play the jokes. I'm here for this car. I need to get it done." Right? So I went there and they're like, "So how much are you going to put down for a down payment?" I started laughing. I said, "A what?" They're like, "Yeah, how much are you going to put down for a down payment?" I'm like, "This is a consumer credit transaction. I will be putting nothing down." And the guy looked at me and I looked at him. And he looked at me and I'm looking at him. And he's looking at me and I'm looking at him. I think we were playing a game of chicken because he thought I was joking. And sooner or later, I'm going to take out this cash to give to him. I said, "No, bro, I'm not." So he was like, "Okay, let us run your credit." I'm like, "Not yet." I said, "What is my out the door price for this car?" "What do you mean? What price am I getting this car for walking out the door?" "You will not run my credit until you can tell me how much I will be paying for this car altogether." So the guy was like, "I don't know. Let me look at it." I think they said something like 32,000, something. I was like, "Bro, the car is for 26,000. Oh, taxes and all of this stuff." Um, they were just giving me the runaround, and basically, they didn't know I know what I know. So, long story short, the guy went now, and they got the manager, and the manager came over, and I'm like, "Yo, I'm paying 29,000 for this. If I'm not, I'm just walking out." And they were like, "Well, we can." I'm like, "No. This is the price that I'm paying. And until you guys agree on this price, there's no deal." So eventually we got to a compromise. I think I did what, 29,500 or something. So the guy still asked me about a down payment. I said, "This is a consumer credit transaction. A down payment violates the law of 15 USC 1605 in a finance charge." I said, "Is there a finance charge involved?" He said, "Yep." I said, "When there's a finance charge, there is no cash transactions." The dude looked at me like I was nuts. Long story short, I was able to leave the dealership. I didn't put anything down, right? They gave me the car, brand new car, and gap insurance included. Free car. All I did was I went in there and I left with a free car. Nothing out of pocket. The car pays for itself, and I own a free car. The car pays for itself. Nothing out of pocket. Now, what am I saying? I moved. Listen to me now. This is the point. Listen to the point. I don't lease. I finance cars. I don't lease. The law works different with leases. I don't like leases. I stay away from leases. I don't like leases. So, what's the point that I'm getting at? I moved from being a victim, right? I moved from being a victim where I was paying 18.90% on a used car with 75,000 miles with a $3,000 down payment to walking out with a brand new car. 2020, I think it was 2022 at the time. 2022, brand new car, 0 miles, nothing out of pocket. How's that for taking your power back? Why am I telling you this? You and each and every one of you have the capacity, the mental fortitude, you have the ability to do the same. You all have the ability to do the same. So, my question is, what are you waiting on to take action? What is standing in your way to take action to change your circumstances? Your current financial situation does not define your financial future. Your current credit situation does not define your financial reality. I I decided I will not be a victim. I decided I would not. I decided that I have to learn more so I can do more, so I can be more, so I can have more. What if you get an ear check and bring your car in? How does that work? I'm not sure what you mean by that. What's an ear check? I don't know what's an ear check. What does the credit score have to do with that? When I did it, I had an 805 credit score because I had built out my credit profile from a 504 to an 805. So during that time, I learned credit. I comprehended consumer laws. I got negative accounts deleted, stuff that didn't have no business reporting on my credit. I got all of those deleted. I went up to an 805, and when I got my 805, I went into the dealership and walked out with a car with nothing out of pocket. That's what I did. So let's go back to bankruptcies, right? So took y'all on a little journey, but let us get back. So we know now, right? We know two things. We know two things. One, a consumer has the right to privacy. Did they give you the MCO or MSO? What is that? What's the MCO? We know two things. One, you have a right to privacy, and two, you did not give permissible purpose. So, if you didn't give permissible purpose, and the law says a consumer reporting agency can furnish a consumer report under the following circumstances and no other, and number two says, in accordance with the written instructions of the consumer to whom it relates, and we didn't. No, I never asked for none of that. I never asked for none of that. I just wanted the car. I got the car. I left with the car. The car's making me money. The car's paying for itself. It's a free car. I didn't ask for any of that stuff. I just got a free car and then I put the car to work. I was not worried about titles and certificates and any of that stuff. I'm just letting you guys know. I wasn't worried about none of that, right? I needed a car. I got a free car because I paid nothing out of pocket. I have never paid a dime on that car. The car pays for itself. It was a free car. I didn't lose anything but a little bit of my time. It's a free car that my friend has now on Turo that's making me money. I never cared. It was a free car. So now we comprehend that you didn't give permissible purpose, right? Um, a air check is a check that the government give you to get another car as a down payment. Oh, I never knew about that. I have no clue what an air check was. Never got one before, so it's my first time hearing that word. I never even heard of an air check before. So, guys, what am I getting at, right? Um, when you spend the time and invest in yourself, there's a lot of things you can accomplish. There's a lot of things you can accomplish that you could not before. There's a lot of opportunities that you can get that you didn't get before. There's a lot of things that you can do that you couldn't do before. Having a good credit profile puts you in a favorable position with a lot of institutions. Now, so let's talk about the two things that we learned. Let me see y'all put right to privacy in the chat. Put right to privacy in the chat. I'm going to prove to y'all without a shadow of a doubt that the reporting of a bankruptcy or any public record on your credit is actually identity theft and not public record. That's a big statement, right? I bet. I'm a prove to y'all. I'm a prove to y'all. So let me see y'all put right to privacy, and then let me see y'all put permissible purpose. So I want two things: right to privacy, and then I want permissible purpose. Let me see y'all put that in the chat for me. Right to privacy and permissible purpose. Let me see y'all put it in the chat. Right to privacy and permissible purpose. All right. So now let's go to identity theft. Let's really see what the meaning of identity theft is. So guys, follow me, right? I am going to go to 10, not 10. I'm going to 18 USC 1028A. Before I go there, there's something else that you guys need to see. All right. 15 USC 6801. Type in 15 USC 6801. We're going to go here before we go to identity theft. So somebody put in the chat for me 15 USC 6801. 15 USC 6801. Somebody throw that in the chat for me. 15 USC 6801. Let me see who's paying attention. 15 USC 6801. 15 USC 6801. All right, good. Let's go there. Protection of non-public personal information. Protection of non-public personal information. A, privacy obligation policy. Privacy obligation policy. It is the policy of the Congress that each financial institution has an affirmative and continuing obligation to respect the privacy of its consumers and to protect the security and confidentiality of those consumers, of those customers. non-public information. I'm going to read that one more time because some of y'all might not have gotten it. Privacy obligation policy. It is the policy of the Congress that each financial institution has an affirmative and continuing obligation to respect the privacy of its customers and to protect the security and confidentiality of those customers' non-public personal information. Guys, what does the word confidentiality means? Can someone tell me what the word confidentiality means? What does the word privacy means? Somebody talk to me. Because apparently banks and other firms and corporations involved in the extension of credit is telling people that they have a right to report their information. So somebody is lying because the law tells me something else. Banks, firms, and other institutions that is engaged in the extension of your credit, they have an obligation to protect your confidential information. So, what does confidentiality means? What does privacy means? Because apparently they can report it to everybody, right? Nah. That's where we've been lied to. See, you've been lied to because you don't know the things that you don't know. That's it. Y'all did not know the credit hero. That's a problem. Y'all did not know the credit hero, and because you don't know me, you never learn consumer law. Because we've never met, you guys are losing 357.5 points on y'all credit, all because y'all don't know who the credit hero is. That's it. You guys don't know consumer laws. When I tell you, beloved, when I tell you that you have power, you have power. Because you don't know how powerful you are, they take advantage of you. That's it. That's the real truth. That is the real truth because you don't know consumer laws. You are missing 357.5 points on your credit. Yo, let me see somebody put in the chat right now. 357.5. 357.5 points. 357.5 points. That is what you are losing because you don't know the credit hero and you don't know consumer law. This is what you're missing because you guys are not in my university. This is what you guys are missing because you did not text challenge to 917-810-3329. This is what is happening to you. Why you are a victim of predatory lending because you don't know consumer law. Because you didn't join my 5-day challenge. Because you didn't get the information that you didn't know. Bad credit is expensive. Bad credit is expensive. And trust me, guys, you pay the price for bad credit every single day. Now, write it down, 357.5 points. I'm going to prove that to y'all later. I'm going to end with that. Write this number down, 357.5 points. I will prove that to you guys later. So now, guys, we know that financial institutions have an, let me, before, privacy obligation policy. It is the policy of the Congress that each financial institution has an affirmative and continuing obligation to respect the privacy of its customers and to protect the security and confidentiality of those customers' non-public personal information. Guys, why do you have student loans reported on your credit? Why do you have student loans reporting on your credit? All right, I'm going to say this one for somebody in the back that didn't hear. Why? Why? Oh, give me 1 second. I think my mentor is on the line. 1 second. Hello?
Hi, how are you?
I am great. I'm in the middle of an Omni live. I'm on like 10 platforms right now.
On what?
I'm on 10 platforms. I'm streaming live.
Oh, got it. Okay, well, you can call me back when you get a chance.
I most definitely will.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.
Tell me, why do you have student loans? Okay, I'm gonna read it one more time. Let me read it one more time for those in the back that didn't get it. It is the policy of the Congress that each, you know what? Let me go to the definition of what a financial institution is. Somebody's asking me, how can you get them off? Y'all need to be on my challenge next week. I am showing you guys how to delete these student loans. Yo, can y'all tag some? I don't believe right now, for the type of information that I'm giving out right now, we don't have enough people online. Can y'all tag some people right now? Tag some people. Share this live. If you know somebody right now, 5 to 10 people right now that needs to hear this, that got student loans, that got bankruptcies, yo, share this live with them. If you're on Clubhouse, share this live to the room. Throw it in the room, guys. Social currency goes a far way. Throw it in the room. If you're on Instagram, share this. If you're on TikTok, I don't know what to do on TikTok yet for you to share it, but please, if you know how to do it, share this live with 5 to 10 people right now. YouTube, you know what time it is. Share this with everybody that y'all possibly can. Facebook, please, I'm asking y'all, go to the credit repair groups. Find the credit repair groups and share this live in those credit repair groups. All right? If you are a member of Credit Repair Cloud or something like that, share this live in that group. Share this live, guys. If you're on LinkedIn, I don't know what you do on LinkedIn, but if you can share this live with some people, definitely put the information out there. If you're on Twitch, I still don't know what you do on Twitch, but if you are able to take this and share it with people on Twitch, share it. Guys, let's share this content. There's a lot of people that could use this information. Share this live, guys. Share it in the thing. Add people. I don't know what to do with it. If you know what to do, just please get it done. In general, the term financial institution means any institution the business of which is engaging in financial activities as described in section 1843K of Title 12. Guys, didn't that company or that student loan, whoever they are, didn't they give you a student loan? Who gave you that student loan? Aren't they a financial institution? Wherever you got the student loan from, the definition of financial institution says any institution the business of which is engaging in financial activities. What would you call the people that gave you the student loans? Because 15 USC 6801A is used against us as consumer, we didn't give them no permission. So it's identity theft. We're gonna get there. It's blissful. Full me. We're getting there. We are getting there. But what I want you guys to comprehend is these. There are steps to it. It's not just, oh my God, it's identity theft. You also need to know how to prove it. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. It is not what you know, it's what you can prove. Student loans, whoever gave you the student loan is a financial institution. And I'm going to ask you guys one more time, where did the student loans come from? Somebody? Where did the student loans come from, guys? Where? Somebody tell me where the student loans came from. Because I want to know, where did the student loans come from? But let me go back to bankruptcy, right? So now we know that there is a privacy obligation policy. We know there's a privacy obligation policy. Yes, the Department of Education is a financial institution. Did they give y'all a student loan? Yes, they are. Anybody that gave you a student loan is a financial institution. You know what? Let me read this shit again. Any institution, guys, this is law. I am not making this stuff up. Any institution, the business of which is engaging in financial activities. If they gave you a student loan, they are a financial institution. They have an obligation to respect your right to privacy. They have an obligation for confidentiality. Bro, it's in their laws. It's in their laws. I am not making this stuff up. It is in their laws. It is in there. I am not making this stuff up. So now, let's recap. We have the right to privacy. Let me see y'all put the right to privacy in the chat. We have the right to privacy. Right? We have the right to privacy. We have the right to confidentiality. Right? So we have the right to privacy. We have the right to confidentiality. Let me see y'all put it in the chat. Right to privacy, right to confidentiality. right to privacy, right to confidentiality. Let me see y'all put in the chat. No permissible purpose. No permissible purpose. No permissible purpose. We got the right to privacy. We have the right to confidentiality. And there was no permissible purpose given. Right to privacy. Right to confidentiality. No permissible purpose. All right. So now that we know that there was no right, that I'm sorry. Now that we know that we have the right to privacy, now that we know we have the right to confidentiality, now that we know we didn't give any permissible purpose, let us go investigate what the definition of identity theft is. 18 USC. Somebody please put this in the chat for me. 18 USC 1028A. 18 USC 1028A. 18 USC 1028A. Somebody put it in the chat. Somebody put it in the chat. 18 USC 1028A. 18 USC 1028A. All right. Let's read. Aggravated identity theft. Well, shit. Okay. In general, whoever during in relation to any felony violation enumerated in subsection C knowingly, right? Let me see y'all put knowingly in the chat. Put the word knowingly in the chat. Knowingly transfers. Put the word knowingly transfers in the chat. Possesses. Put the word possesses in the chat. Or uses without lawful authority a means of identification of another person shall, in addition to the punishment provided for such felony, be sentenced to the term of imprisonment or 2 years. Guys, if someone knowingly transfers, possesses, or uses without lawful authority a means of identification of another person, it is identity theft. There is no public record. I have a right to privacy. I have a right to confidentiality. I gave no permissible purpose. You cannot furnish anything on my credit if I did not give you permission for it to be there. If that happens, that is called identity theft. Hello. Hold up. I think this might be too much information for somebody. If y'all want me to continue, let me know. I think this might be too much. I think a lot of people might have a hard time accepting the reality of what I'm saying right now. So I'm just gonna stop right here. If you guys want me to continue, let me know and I'll go forward. But I think this might be just too much information, and I think I don't think y'all are ready for it. I don't think y'all are ready for it. So yeah, I don't really think y'all are ready for this because I don't think y'all are ready for this. Guys, everything you've been taught about credit is a lie. They've purposely fed you the wrong information. Everything you were told about credit was a lie. Because when you have bad credit, they make 18, 9, 26, 43% off of you. Why would I teach y'all about good credit? If I can make 2 times the amount, if I can make twice the amount off of you having bad credit, why on God's earth would I ever teach y'all about good credit? Why? Somebody explain that to me. If I can make more money off of you with bad credit, why would I tell y'all or teach you about having good credit? Why would I do it? Somebody answer me. Banks love people with bad credit. Banks love people with bad credit. They can charge 26% interest rate. They can charge 43% interest rate. They can charge you guys and predatory lend to you. Because if you don't pay it back, I can put it as a charge off, right? Because that's income that I don't, that's money that I don't have to pay back or pay taxes on, right? So I can charge it off. Then I can sell it to a collections company, and then I can get a percentage off that collected amount. Plus, plus, there's an insurance, which y'all didn't know. There is an insurance policy that was taken out. There's an insurance policy that was taken out. So when you don't make those payments, they get paid up to 4 times. 4 times. They're getting paid from you, you're getting that tax break, they collect the insurance money, and they get paid from the collections company that bought it. And they get paid a percentage when the collections company collected it. They just got paid 5 times off of one account. Crickets, somebody talk to me. Somebody talk to me. Why would they teach you how to have good, great, and excellent credit if they can get paid 5 times for one account? Do the math. I need you guys waking up. Open your third eye. Open your third eye. I'm sure y'all saw Doctor Strange. Open up y'all third eye, guys. Trust and look at their actions. Use your third eye. I'm telling you, they get paid 5 times off of people with bad credit. If I operate a business and I can get you paying me 5 times, why the hell would I teach you about good credit? Why would I even do it? It doesn't make sense. I need you guys to take the blindfold from off of your eyes. Take the blindfold off of your eyes. Why would banks incentivize people to have good credit if they can get paid 5 times from people with bad credit? Shout out to my friend Credit Goddess in the building. What's going on, Queen? No, like somebody tell me, open up your third eye. Why would banks incentivize you to have good credit when they know they can get paid 5 times from somebody with bad credit?
Haterade.
What's going on, Queen?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, listen, long
see.
time no see, bro. I am just going off today because somebody last week told me that they were deleting their bankruptcy, and uh the consumer reporting agency told them that, oh, they cannot report it because it's public record. So I'm like, yo, nah, I'm gonna give y'all the truth. It's not public record, it's identity theft. But a lot of people say a lot of things and they're not able to prove it. A lot of people say a lot of things and they are not able to prove it. So I am breaking the walls down and showing people that it is indeed identity theft, and I can use the law to prove it. It's a bold statement, huh?
Very bold, Durain.
All right, bet. Well, you should know I'm not gonna say shit out of my mouth if I can't prove it.
I know.
And for those of you that are just joining, let me do a quick reset. On Monday, I am having my 5-day credit deletion challenge. If you're on Clubhouse, the link is at the top. If you're on YouTube, the link should be in the description or in the messages. If you are on Instagram, I want you guys to take your phones out and I want you to text the word challenge. Text the word challenge to 917-810-3329. So that's challenge. Take your phone out, text the word challenge to 917-810-3329 to join my 5-day credit deletion challenge. Now, let me ask you something, Queen. You own and operate a financial literacy business, correct? That enhances people's credit, which puts them in a better position so they can go live and get approved for the things that they want and the life that they deserve. Yes?
Absolutely.
All right. Now, we know consumer laws, we speak about it a lot. And one thing on the Fair Credit Reporting Act says that consumers have a right to privacy, right?
Yes, it does.
All right. The law also says that the consumer has a right to confidentiality as well. So, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, let me just recap real quick, guys, because I got a few people that just came on, and one of my very good associates just came on, and we are talking about it. So, she got a great following and a lot of people just came in the room. So I wanted to make sure that we're all on the same page because I'm about to blow y'all minds right now. So we started off with 15 USC 1681, right? Then we went to 15 USC 1681. We went to A, accuracy and fairness of credit reporting. Then we went to number 4, which says there is a need to ensure that consumer reporting agencies exercise their grave responsibilities with fairness, impartiality, and a respect for the consumer's right to privacy. So everybody in the chat was dropping the word privacy, right? You have a right to privacy. Now, when we scroll down to reasonable procedures, Congress also said this. It is the purpose of this subchapter, which is the Fair Credit Reporting Act, that consumer reporting agencies adopt reasonable procedures for meeting the needs of commerce for consumer credit, personal insurance, and other information in a manner which is fair and equitable. So let me see y'all put equitable in the chat. Equitable. So your consumer report must also be equitable to you. Guys, I teach a lot different than other financial literacy coaches. My methods of teaching is completely different. I bring you straight to the source. So it must be equitable to the consumer with regard to the confidentiality. So, Queen, what does the word confidential mean? I know you're pretty smart, but I wanna hear it so everybody can hear. What does the word confidential means or confidentiality? Credit Goddess, are you still with me?
Oh, I am. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's
I
all
missed
good.
the message. I was talking to my mom.
Oh, it's okay. Tell Mama I said hello. All right. Once my friend gets back, we'll go into it. So let's break down
I'm
confid.
sorry, I'm back. I want to participate. I'm here.
Okay. So what does the word confidentiality mean?
Meaning that is private. No one should know about it.
Confidential, right?
Yes, confidential.
So if you have the right to privacy and your information must be confidential, where does the public record come from? That's the first red flag. That is red flag number one. Yes? All right.
Absolutely.
So let's scroll on over now to 15 USC 6801. 15 USC 6801. 15 USC, everybody can follow me, 6801. This says protection of non-public personal information. Privacy obligation policy. Well, that's very interesting. It is the policy of the Congress that each financial institution, well, let's find out who is a financial institution. In general, the term financial institution means any institution the business of which is engaging in financial activities. Well, goddamn. You're telling me that Congress says that if there's a financial institution, they have a continuing, not a one time, not a two time, but a continuing obligation to respect the privacy of its customers and to protect the security and confidentiality of those consumers? Well, hold up just a minute. How many of y'all right now got student loans that you don't want on your credit? Hello. I'll wait. I'm going to just take a sip of water while y'all think about it. Isn't those persons that gave you those student loans financial institutions? Yes, no, maybe so.
No, they're not.
They're not financial institutions?
No, they're servicers.
You sure?
Yes.
So where did the student loan come from?
The government.
So that makes the government the financial institutions, right? So who is reporting the account on your credit?
The servicer.
Ooh. Did you get any loan from the servicer?
No.
Did you give the servicer any permission to report anything on your credit?
No.
So,
I see.
I'm going to ask you one more time. I'm going to ask one more time. I'm going to ask one more time. Let's go there. Oh, he didn't. Yep, I'm about to go there. 15 USC 1681B. A consumer reporting agency may furnish a consumer report under the following circumstances and no other, in accordance with the written instructions of the consumer to whom it relates. I'm going to ask one more time. Did anyone give any student loan servicer permission to report any account on their credit? Talk to me, see. Come on.
No.
I can't lose you now.
I'm not going to answer.
So if you didn't give them permission, credit goddess, if you did not give them permission, what is that called?
Oh, they breached the confidentiality.
Ooh, not only that, I'm gonna make it a little bit more spicy for you. Let me hear you say spicy.
Okay.
Say spicy, you gotta say it.
You gotta make it spicy. What is it?
Okay, let's make it spicy. So now let's go on over to 18 USC 1028A. Let me know when you guys are there. 18 USC 1028A. You want to read this one for me, Quinn?
Hold on, I was typing in the chat. Let me.
No problem. Take your time, because we are about to prove this right now.
And now, if anyone don't know what USC stands for, it's the United States Code, and it's governed by the Congress.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys did not know,
These are laws.
these are laws.
Federal laws, to be exact.
Okay, so 18 USC
10A. Correct.
States producing without lawful authority an identification document or a false identification document.
All right, that's one part. So when you put 1028A together, put 1028A together, you're going to see aggravated identity theft.
That is spicy.
Let's go there.
All right, so I am on 18. That's fraud and related activity in connection with identification documents, authentication features, and information. So A, whoever in a circumstance described in subsection of this section, 1, knowingly and without lawful authority produces an identification document, authentication feature, or false identification document.
All right. So you're reading from a different chapter. So I'm going to read the one that I'm looking at. That is on Cornell law.
Are you on Cornell?
Correct. But you are still correct. They just worded it differently. So if you want to come on Cornell, we can read that one, or if you want me to read it.
Go ahead. You can read it.
All right. In general, whoever during and in relation to any felony, violation enumerated in subsection C, knowingly transfers, possesses, or uses without lawful authority a means of identification of another person shall, in addition to the punishment, felony be sentenced to 2 years or more. If you did not give those servicers permission, doesn't by definition means that someone knowingly transferred, used, or possessed an identification of you without lawful authority. There was no permissible purpose given, no permission identity theft. Hello. So, somebody remind me why you guys still have student loans on your credit that you don't want on there? If you want it on there, it's okay. But if you don't want it on there, this is how you delete it. Hello. Oh, somebody's told me student loans can't be deleted. Wrong. All accounts on your credit can be deleted. You control what gets reported. You, the consumer, controls what gets reported. You control the narrative. That's it. When you control the narrative, you control what gets reported. When you control what gets reported, you control the credit score. Guys, it is a game of information, and the person that knows the most information is the most powerful person on the board. If someone disagrees with me, I would love to find out why you disagree and how we can enlighten you so you can get there. If there is anything here that I'm saying that is incorrect, or you can find the source for it, please bring it to my attention. I take constructive criticisms very well. I'm going to say your silence is your acquiescence, and I think I can keep going, yes?
Yes.
All right. So, guys, when I tell you that you have the ability, you have the ability, I'm going to say this one more time. Your own power is in your own hands. You, you have the power, all the power. But when you don't know the things that you don't know, you are at a disadvantage. Nothing, nothing gets reported on your credit without you giving permission. Yes, you can delete student loans. Yes, you can delete bankruptcies. Yes, you can delete charge offs. Yes, you can delete everything on your credit. It's all about information. Information can change your whole life. And this is why I am having my 5-day challenge on Monday. It's Monday to Friday. 5 days, you guys are going to learn from me. 5 days. I see my guy Ishmael in the building. What's going on, brother? 5 days, you guys are going to learn from me. Man, I'm talking here, man, telling people the truth. Because people keep telling me that bankruptcies can get deleted, student loans. I've tried, and LexisNexis is saying this. I'm like, bro, it's because you don't know how to speak their language. A lot of times when we don't know how to speak their language, it backfires. You are trying to delete accounts on your credit using a 609 template. The shit don't work. That's not how it works. You need the laws. You need the laws that govern them. Why would you try to use things that doesn't speak their language?
because they're so focused on results, Doreen. And I get frustrated with that too. And sometimes you have to kind of meet them where they're at. And I use it as simple as when you're disputing is like having an argument. So you need to have your facts together. You don't want to go there unprepared. And when people use 609 letters, is what conversation do you know that you can come in and say one thing and the conversation's done? There's a back and forth. But if you know your rights, then you would know how to leverage that to get the results that you need. It's not a one round type of thing. So I'm glad that you're teaching this and we're going in depth as opposed to, these folks out here that's talking credit repair have no clue on how to leverage the laws so that way they can get the best results. So kudos to you, Doreen.
I learned from the best. I learned a lot from you. I learned a lot from Ishmael. I learned a lot from Flame. It's learning different perspective of how things work and then taking a step back to learn their language. Right? I'm always a student.
Absolutely.
I learn all it right now. I got like y'all on Clubhouse can't see it. Everybody else can. I got like $50,000 worth of books in my library. I am heavily invested in me. Why? Because when I first got denied for my first car and I was a victim of predatory lending and I did pay 18.95% interest rate on a used 2007 Nissan Altima to then fixing my credit, building out a 800, did it 3 times, went to the dealership, no down payment, got my gap insurance, left with a free car. That's quite a difference. It is quite a difference when someone say no, you need a co-signer to yes, take the car for free. That is quite a big difference. That didn't occur until I started to say, Doreen, you need to change the dynamics of your credit. I said enough. I don't like being told no. I don't. And I need to figure out how to get yeses. Somebody asked a question. In your upcoming 5-day class, will you also teach us how to rebuild our credit so we can leverage it? That will be, yeah. I'll be going in. I'm going to have a special guest for the VIPs. I'm having a few special guests. I'm having a few high 6-figure earners. I'm going to have some 7-figure earners and 8-figure earners. So for those of you who don't know the difference, 6-figure earners are people that's making like $100,000 and a bit less than 1 million. A 7-figure earner is a person that's making like 1 million and more. Now, a 8-figure earner is when you start touching that 10 million and above. That's an 8-figure earner. So I got friends at each level, and a few of them are going to come through my 5-day challenge, and they're going to be dropping some game. If I decided to hang around people with bad credit, I would have never been able to get in rooms to meet people that's making $100 million. I would have never been able to meet people that's making 10 million. I wouldn't be able to meet people that's making $1 million in a day. I wouldn't be able to meet these people if I kept up my bad credit habits. I would not have friends right now that's making 24, 30, and 40 million. Game changer. The type of conversations these people are having is a different type of conversation. I know that Credit Goddess and Ishmael can agree. Bro, if I told a lie right now on the stage, y'all let me know. Just let me know. If I told a lie, y'all let me know.
not lying, and I know they know. I know they know, because listen, when you guys hear the passion in our voice, and sometimes you may hear the frustration that we have, is because we know that you can make it to the other side, and we're just that bridge. We're just trying to get to the other side. And when you're dragging your feet, or you're second guessing yourself, or you're counting yourself out of an opportunity, it's just disheartening just to see that. And we know people that, especially our people that are making colors, but it's about your proximity. And you guys sit in rooms with us, so, and you guys hear what we're doing is not far fetched. It's just that we need to get in a better position. When they say, if you have 5 friends that are broke, you're the 6th person that's broke.
Absolutely.
But if you hang around 5 friends that are multi-millionaires, you'll be the 6th millionaire.
Who's gonna be the next one?
Get in the best rooms.
You, bruh. They want you to win. See, what you see, what a lot of poor people and people with bad credit don't know, that your rich friends want you to be rich too. I am telling you guys, I will not sit on here and lie. Bro, I had a friend 3 weeks ago that did $1 million in one day. Not a year. He did it in one day. And I said, bro, you got to teach me how you do that. He sent over an 8-page document for me to read. 8 pages. But people don't even want to read 1 page. Information is in, like, the knowledge and the execution is in the information you consume. My friend said, yo, I just paid Myron Golden $150,000. And I had my $1 million day. But when you tell people to invest in themselves, and you're doing a challenge and the ticket is $297 or a $447 or a $747, oh, why can't I get it for free? That's the whole fucking reason why. You will not move or change your situation. My guy paid Myron. There's 2 of them. The first one said that he wanted a private conversation. He paid $250,000, right? He paid $250,000 for somebody to talk to him for 1 hour. 3 weeks later, he did $7 million. I'm going to say this again. One of my guys, y'all can go look him up, Marvin Mitchell. Marvin Mitchell paid one of my other friends, Myron Golden, $250,000. They took a plane ride that lasted about an hour and a half. It was on a private jet. 3 weeks later, Marvin did something, and on that day, Marvin made $7 million. Now, I don't know if it was the conversation on the plane, but I know for a fact he didn't make $7 million before that damn conversation. I know he made it after. So something happened. I can't tell you what happened because I wasn't there. I damn wish I was, though.
Hey, Durant, can I share something with
Bro, talk to me because I'll be losing my voice and shit now. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanna echo something Credit Guy was saying. Credit Guy, she was like, the conversation is different when you're around these type of individuals, and I learned the value of getting on planes and going to meet these people and building relationships and sitting in their homes at these tables and not only listen to the conversations but being part of the conversations and part of the execution, right? So a couple of days ago, I was in Atlanta and I was at a friend's house, right? Now he's a 7-figure earner. He recently lost $2.5 million, right? And he had to sell his Lamborghini, right? Because he was going to use that money to re-up. So I'm like, okay, so we're at his house, me and a couple of my business partners and people and friends, and we're literally at a round table in his dining room, and the conversation, wasn't about BS and football and different things like that. Like we were literally talking about scaling opportunities, business, different creative ways for creating money, and it was so empowering, so enlightening. And we were talking, and usually, like in his kitchen, he had like this big old whiteboard, and where he's like writing down notes, taking different things. He's literally mapping everything out for his next move. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting, I'm taking notes. I'm just looking. I'm like, man, this is dope right here. Like, and I'm like, so he has like his computer and everything set up, and he's like going through all these different things. He's doing information. He's calling people. He's setting up different people to execute certain things for him. And I'm just like, damn. Like, if we with a certain type of mindset would have lost $2.5 million, right? We would have been crushed, jump out the 80-story window because life is over, right? But what I love about him and his mentality, like he invited us out and we went over there. Now I went over there to help him too because I wanted to offer him my value and things that I know how to do to help him regain that capital that he lost. Mm-hmm. But I mean, he has more money and more capital and things like that. But still, the fact that that's quite a hit. Losing $2.5 million. And so I'm like, okay, cool. So we're having this conversation. Everybody's putting in information, and we're talking about executing. We're talking about calling in favors. Like, that is the type of people that we need to have conversations with and be around and execute with, because these are the type of people that are building things and making things happen. And I fell in love with that type of environment and that conversation and that building like that, right? And it was such a great brotherhood there with that. But that's a different type of conversation, like, than when you're sitting around with your other friends playing spades and things like that. Like Credit Guys is so on point with that, like the conversation, and that is just such great value. And to go about the other things you were saying is about information. Like, the information we were sharing at that table was stuff that everyone else didn't know. What I was speaking on, other people didn't know. What you speaking on, I didn't know. And at the table, like, I'm sitting there with my tablet. I'm like looking things up. I'm researching stuff that they're talking about. I'm taking notes, like, because I'm trying to, like, we're all winning, right? We all win in our own type of ways. But if we can come together and share everything that we're doing and how we're winning out here and how we're doing things and sharing that information and how we execute these things, like, we all going to be winning together. We all build each other up. And it goes back to what you're talking about. You have the power with the information, right? Same thing Credit Guy said earlier. It's like, when you understand how these things work and you're having this conversation and you know how to run the conversation and move the conversation in your favor, then you can literally get anything and everything that you want, right? So to me, it's like, man, and then I went and met another guy, like, man, I was just like, I'm just so focused on how you said, Durain, surrounding myself with the right type of people, right?
Proximity.
People think that because someone earns 7, 6, 7, 10 figures like that, these people are untouchable or they're unreachable. But that's the furthest from the truth. That is the furthest from the truth. Just like you've been able to make yourself a man of value, you've been adding, you've been sharing, you've been importing to people, you've been changing lives, you've been making such impact that you have your gifts have brought you before great men, right?
Absolutely, like, bro. Say that again, bro.
Brother. That's guaranteed, ain't it? So, and then now it's like, now you're a person where these other great men are going to make you even greater. Like, you come to the table with something great, and now these other men and women too, but these other men just speaking, are going to make you much greater. And now you can take that back to your community, and now you can make your community greater,
bro.
And that's the thing that I love about, like, what you're doing and what Credit Guy has said and what's happening here, and why I just have so much admiration for you and the things that you're doing out here.
Bro, my mentor makes $1 million a month. I saw the bank statements. All right, I don't think people heard what I said. The guy makes $1 million a month. He just got an award at Funnel Hacking Live for generating 24 million through one funnel. They call it the 2 comma club. If y'all know what those stuff means, because if you are producing at a high level, you will know the stuff that I'm talking about. He got a 2 comma club award. He made $24 million through one funnel. He does $1 million a month. This guy's phone number cost me $50,000. I'm gonna say this for people in the back who didn't hear me. To get this guy's phone number, it cost me $50,000 to get the phone number to have a conversation with somebody that's making 24 million, that's making $1 million a month. And I hear people complain about getting or finding $200 to come to a 5-day challenge.
Can we unpack that, Dwayne? Because
I don't think they heard what I said, bro.
no, I'm gonna make it clear, okay? Because I know a lot of times I've taken psychology, so I understand how people behave and how people react to things. So I tend to I'm an empath, so I kind of feel what they're feeling. And sometimes some people would just react and not fully understand. You know when they say when they speak to respond and not understand. A lot of people speak to respond and not understand. A lot of people will react instead of understanding. So let me help you guys understand, because as you start leveling up, you will understand why Durain had to pay $50,000 and why whoever this person is want $50,000. If you are a statute where you got 2 million people that know you, I want you guys to understand, I'm a numbers person too, so I'm gonna break it down in numbers. We got 24 hours in a day. 8 hours out of that day, we're sleeping. Okay, and I know when you're working a lot, you don't got a lot of hours, but your hours are, you put them into income producing activities, right? People that have major influence and have businesses really don't have time to dig all the way to the bottom and try to help multiple people. Because if you look at a pyramid, how many people are at the bottom as opposed to who's at the top? So when you're at the top and when you hear people say, man, when you get to the top, it's lonely up there because there's not a lot of people up there on the same level as you. Mm-hmm. And there's so many people that are trying to get up to the top. Say we got 2,000 people down there. Now, who really want to get up there? Let's use Durain for an example. Durain was probably at the bottom level or maybe the next level up, and he wanted to get to the top where that man was. So guess what he had to do? He either was going to take the time and try to do that 6 degrees of separation, and it may have taken years to get up there, or he was going to pay that golden ticket to get past all those people that's in this man's inbox.
Goddamn
phone,
right.
Facebook, Instagram, email, text. He paid $50,000 to get in front of this man. So I want you guys to understand when they say time is valuable, because what people like that's at the top, they don't really have time to parlay with people that is not reciprocating or not bringing any type of value. If you got your hand out, they don't have time. Now, the time that they do have to give, if you want a handout, is when they do group conferences and maybe free webinar with a whole bunch of people come in because they can talk to all of y'all at one time. But one-on-ones, they don't got time for that. So when you want to get in front of them, you got to pay that.
Oh, it's going to cost you.
That's what I want you guys to understand. Once you get in that level, you'll understand. Everybody's pulling you from left, right, bottom, down, and all times of hours. So whoever's willing to pay will get to play. So I'm going to end it with that. I want you guys to understand when you try to tap into people, or even be grateful for us giving the time, our time, to come on Clubhouse to give you this type of information. Value that. If you want to get into any of our courses or any of the services, pay for that. Because as we start moving up to that level, it's going to be too expensive to reach us.
All right.
It's going to be too much.
I'm gonna share a small secret to y'all. Does everyone here know the platform Hollywood Unlocked?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Yes.
I just did an interview 3 days ago with Jason Lee. I'm gonna say this one more time. Jason Lee just interviewed me 3 days ago. If y'all know who Jason Lee is, he is the head of media productions for Kanye West. Hollywood Unlocked
That's awesome.
is next to the Shade Room. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Guys, you need to comprehend there are levels to it. If I didn't see this coming, it all started from me fixing my credit. Like, y'all think this is not tied together. If I did not fix my credit, that got me in a position to be in rooms and places with people. 3 years ago, I thought Jason Lee was so out of reach. I thought $1 million worth of game. For those of you who know $1 million worth of game, I did an interview with Wallow and Gilly. I have their numbers in my phone, right? Nehemiah Davis, Marcus Barney, Van Taylor, Mike Barron. Those guys combined are net worth way over probably 100 million. If I did not invest in myself, if I did not invest into fixing my own credit and leverage my credit to start going to conferences, getting mentorships, and moving to the next level, I would have never been in contact with any of these guys. I met Jason Lee at a private event where only millionaires can go. I got invited as a guest of a friend because I did 7 figures in sales. That was the ticket that got me in there. If I never did it, it would have never happened. What am I saying? My credit got me into rooms I would have never been able to go into. So people think that your credit is just, a three-digit number from FICO. Your credit is so much more. Well, I can tell you about mine. I can't tell you about yours because I don't know you. My credit got me into rooms with people that I would have never met. I was at CreditCon and I met this lady from FICO. Flame knows this lady, and Flame was there. And this lady is talking about all the great things about FICO. FICO has absolutely nothing to do with your damn credit. FICO only produces a score based on information on your consumer report. If your consumer... No, because people be getting this thing all messed up.
There's a disconnect. I know. Say it again. One more time.
FICO has absolutely nothing to do with your credit. FICO produces a risk score. That's all they do. They produce a risk score based on information on your consumer reports. Your FICO is not a part of your consumer reports. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of you are fooled into believing that there is such a thing as a late payment and utilizations. Late payment and utilizations do not exist on your consumer report. I'll wait for the criticism. Some of y'all are going to say, oh my God, Daraine, what did you just say? Prove it. I'll wait. Because if somebody disagrees with me right now, please. And this is not a confrontation. This is simply This is simply a conversation. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say it one more time. Late payments do not exist. Utilizations do not exist. They are a factor. Bro, I can't hear you. You're too far in the back. Say that shit, Paris. I can't hear you.
I said prove that shit then, because I thought utilization was very important.
Who told you that?
A whole bunch of people. I'm not going to drop names, but I've been around long enough that I thought utilization was a very important factor in your credit profile.
Okay, so let's make a deal. Let's make a deal, right?
Please prove that shit.
Yeah, let's make a deal, because I don't like saying shit I can't prove. So on the record, let it reflect on the record, and let the record reflect that Derain Delevante, aka the Credit Hero, y'all can snip this shit, copy it, record it, whatever. Let it be known.
Can we do this real quick?
Real
quick, not to cut you off, man. Respect.
What you got? What you got?
Yeah, and I know you're a real modest dude, a humble dude, and you don't really pay too much attention about the likes and the shares and all that type of shit. But from what you're about to go into, I've been in and out of this room. There's no reason why there is only 11 shares and there's 35 people in here. So everybody that's in this room listening to this life-changing information needs to hit that share button so we can get more people in here to get this information. Credit Guardians, you know what's up. You know what time it is. Ivana, you know what time it is. Ismail, you know what time it is. This man here been putting it down for a whole long time, and he talked some good shit. And so now he's about to prove a lot of shit that even that I didn't know. So I think that deserves shares. Get some people in here. Let's keep this shit going.
All right, bet.
It should be 33 shares in here right now. And I wouldn't say nothing else, Derain, until you get that.
All right, so
respect that you deserve.
All right, brother, let's get it. So y'all heard the man. Let's share this live with 5 to 10 people. If you're on YouTube, let's share this live. LinkedIn, let's share this live. Facebook, let's share this live. Twitch, let's share it. TikTok, let's share it.
If you're not sharing, you're a hater. And put it on Clubhouse, put it where, text your friend, whoever you need to do. But it really should be, the amount of people that's in this room should be the same amount of shares.
My man said if you don't share it, you're a hater.
I don't understand why a person wouldn't. It doesn't hurt.
It
don't hurt your thumb.
Yeah,
it don't hurt your thumb. It might hurt your feelings. It might hurt your ego, but it don't hurt your thumb. Get out your feelings and share the room.
All right, my man said get out your feelings and share the room. Let's share it. Let's get it.
Friends don't let friends have bad credit.
Mm.
So if you're a good friend, share it with your friends.
Friends don't let friends have bad credit.
Take this information. Let Derain explain it to your friend. Bring them in the room.
Damn right.
Late payments don't exist. It doesn't. We've been tricked to believe late payments and utilization exists. It does not exist. And this is why I'm hosting a 5-day challenge next week, so I can show you guys how to break this stuff down and how to delete late payments from your lives. Late payments has been a plague in people's lives for far too long. Now you guys met the Credit Hero. I am here to teach you guys how to delete these negative items from your credit. Guys, for those of you that are just joining, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Derain Delevante. I teach people how to repair, rebuild, and restore their own credit using consumer laws. I teach you how to get paid for bad credit. That's a lot of things a lot of people don't know, that you can actually get paid for bad credit. And I am having a 5-day challenge next week. All you got to do to join is text the word challenge. Text the word challenge to 917-810-3329 to join my 5-day credit deletion challenge. I'm going to say this one more time, then I'm going to get into it. I am having a 5-day challenge. If you're in Clubhouse, the link is pinned right there at the top of the thingy in the club, right? If you're on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, text the word challenge. My team dropped the link in the YouTube chat and in the Facebook chats, right? I'm having a 5-day challenge, guys, where I'm teaching you how to delete every single account on your credit. Yes, all accounts on your credit can be deleted. Yes, you have to give permission. You control the credit, right? So it's 5 days from October 3rd to October 7th. 5 days. You're going to be learning from the credit hero. I'm going to teach you guys how to delete late payments, charge-off, collections, child support, whatever you can think of. I'm going to teach you how to delete it. All you got to do is text the word challenge to 917-810-3329, or if you're on Clubhouse, just click the link at the top. If you're on YouTube and stuff, you guys know what to do. Text me as well. Now, I just said late payments don't exist. Paris said prove it. If y'all want me to prove that a late payment don't exist, let me see y'all put prove it in the chat. If you all want me to prove that there is no such thing as utilizations, put prove it in the chat. Credit Goddess, are you ready for this?
Let's go.
Ishmael, are you ready? Ivana,
Any late payment, BlackBerry.
are we ready? I bet. Paris, talk to me, bro. You're a little quiet.
Let's get it. I'm waiting on you. I'm right. Hey, you see, we got the shares up. We should really have one more. But if you good with that, then I'm good.
My man's on point. Yeah, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I'm a rock. Because you know what? We will not let people that are taking action suffer as a result of those that are not taking action. I don't think that's right.
Facts.
I don't think that's right. And for everybody, I want you to follow me. I will prove literally everything that I'm saying. Now, these are the stipulation. I only have one stipulation. If I can prove without a shadow of a doubt that a late payment does not exist, if I can prove without the shadow of a doubt that utilizations don't exist, and if I can prove those things, and if I can prove that a FICO or a Vantage score is not a part of your consumer report, if I can prove all those things, I need everyone to sign up for my challenge. Now, if I cannot prove those things, I need everyone to request me $100. So I got 41 people on YouTube. I got, how many is in Clubhouse? 37. I got...
Hey, man, you need some drop the mic music, man. You need some bombs. Star Spangled Banner shit back in the background when you say shit like that.
I got 29.
You just offered everybody $100.
Correct.
You cannot prove what you're saying.
If I cannot prove what I'm about to say, everybody on here, I will give you my Zelle and y'all request $100 from me. Everybody. Every single person in here, every single person on this live, everyone. If I cannot prove a FICO don't exist on your credit, if I cannot prove that a Vantage score don't exist on your credit, if I cannot prove that a late payment doesn't exist, if I cannot prove that utilizations don't exist, I owe everyone hearing the sound of my voice right now $100. So that's 41. Let me do the math. Let me do the math right now. So that's 41 plus, how many people are in here? 37 plus I got 29 on Instagram Live plus how many on TikTok? It's hard to tell. I must say 10 on TikTok because I can't see the numbers. All right, that's 117 people in total multiplied by 100. So I am giving away, guys. Hold up. I think that math is off a bit. 41 plus 37 plus 31 plus 10 equals 119 times 100. Okay, $11,900. I am about to come out of pocket $11,900 if I cannot prove what I just said. Now, if I prove what I just said, you all need to sign up for my challenge. Is that a fair exchange? 11,000. I'm willing to put this up right now. 11,900. I'm willing to put up 11,900 on what I'm about to say.
Let's get it.
All right, let's go. The first place I want you guys to go is the Fair Credit Reporting Act. We're going to the law. We're not going to something that Darain made up. We are going to the Fair Credit Reporting Act. I want you guys to type in your browser so you can see this for yourself. 15 USC 1681A. 15 USC 1681A, definition, rules of construct. When y'all find it, let me see y'all put me in the chat. I am going side by side with y'all on this. When you find it, put me in the chat. 15 USC 1681A. When you guys find it, just put me in the chat. Definitions, rules of construct.
I'm driving, Darain, but I'm with you, though. I got my son looking it up, man. We follow you.
I bet. I see people putting ready. I see people putting me. Okay, bet. Okay, cool. All right. Scroll down to number 2. Scroll down to number 2. Credit Goddess.
Yes.
If someone says exclusions, or what do you think the word exclusion mean?
Meaning that it is not included or should not be included.
Okay, is that a fair assessment? Exclusion means not a part of, correct? Not included.
Correct.
Does not contain. Is that a fair assessment?
That's a fair assessment.
Okay, bet. Except as provided in paragraph 3, the term consumer report does not include. Now, if Congress says the consumer report does not include, what do you think that means? Ishmael, talk to me.
They can't put it in there.
All right.
Not included.
Okay.
They cannot put it in there.
Credit Goddess, what do you think that means? The term consumer report does not include.
The term consumer report does not include, meaning that the consumer report and whatever that's not included that comes after that should not be included on the consumer report.
Okay, cool. Ivana, I'm not sure if you're able to speak, but if someone says the term consumer report does not include, what does that mean to you? If this is coming from Congress. I think we might not have Ivana. Okay. Paris, if the government says the term consumer report does not include, what do you think that means?
That means everything that you're about to say after consumer report is not included.
All right, cool.
Has no validity
Okay, okay. Brandy, I'm not sure if you're able to speak, but if Congress tells you that the term consumer report does not include Brandy, what do you think that means? All right, we might not have Brandy on the line. All right, cool. So now let's find out what the definition of your consumer report really is. Consumer report. Credit Goddess, do you want to read what the consumer report means for me?
Oh snap! Give me a moment. Hold on. Let me type it in. I didn't have it up. Hold on.
No. As long as you're on the definition, if you're following with the law, all you got to do is click the consumer report. It's going to bring up the definition for you.
Now, which you have Cornell?
Yes. So 15 USC 1681A, definitions, rules of construct. Then scroll down to number 2 to the exclusion section.
Okay, so the exclusion section says, except as provided in paragraph 3, the term consumer report does not include.
Okay, click on the word consumer report.
Consumer report, okay.
Let's go to the definition of what your consumer report actually means by law. Can you please read that for me?
So by law, your consumer report in general, the term consumer report means any written, oral, or any communication of any information by a consumer reporting agency bearing on a consumer's credit worthiness, credit standing, credit capacity, character, general reputation, personal characteristics, or mode of living, which is used or expected to be used or collected in whole or in part for the purpose of serving as a factor in establishing the consumer's eligibility for A, credit or insurance to be used primarily for personal, family, or household purposes, B, employment purposes, or C, any other purpose authorized under Section 1681B of this title.
Okay. Did you see or read the word FICO in the definition of your consumer report?
No, I didn't see the word FICO.
Did you see the word Vantage?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So if Congress gave us the definition of what our consumer report is, where does FICO or Vantage fall on our consumer report? Where is it?
It's nowhere to be found.
It's nowhere to be found. A FICO score and a Vantage score is not a part of your consumer report. These are independent companies that provide independent scoring models that uses your consumer report to give a risk score. FICO score, a credit score, is not a part of your consumer report. That's two things I just proved, but let's continue.
Where are we going?
We're going to go back now to the original statement. The number 2, the exclusions.
Okay.
All right. So now, let's start over. Let's read back now number 2.
Okay. Number 2, exclusions. Except as provided in paragraph 3, the term consumer report does not include.
Go down to number 1 now. A1.
Number 1. Report containing information solely as to transactions
Hold
or
up.
experiences.
Hold up. I want you to read that again. Report containing.
Okay, it does not include report containing information solely as to transactions.
Well, hold on. What is a payment history?
Transactions.
Oh, you done said it. What is a payment history?
Transactions.
I am quite sure we just read that the term consumer report does not include. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And I'm quite sure you just read it says transactions. Is that correct?
That's correct.
What is a payment history? Isn't your payment history a history of all your transactions? Hello. But wait, there's more.
There's more.
Let's keep going.
Or
Mm-hmm.
experiences.
Experiences. If you have a line of credit of $10,000, how you use that credit is your experience with that line of credit. Or did I read that wrong?
No.
That is your experience with the credit, but I want you to continue. Then we're going to make this full circle.
Yep. Experiences. Or experience could be that late payment.
That late payment. Let's go.
Late payment, that's an experience, okay? Or experiences between the consumer.
What does consumer mean? Wait. Click on the word consumer. Who is the consumer?
The consumer it means the individual.
The individual, all right? Continue.
And the person.
Hold up. Okay. What does the word person mean?
The person means any individual, partnership, corporation, trust, estate, cooperative, association, government or governmental subdivision, or agency. Whoa. Or any other entity.
Well, damn, Doreen. Isn't Wells Fargo, Capital One, Bank of America, American Express, all corporations?
Yeah.
Okay. So now that we comprehend those different definitions, I want you to reread from exclusions all the way to number 1.
Okay, so exclusions. Except as provided in paragraph 3, the term consumer report does not include report containing information solely as to transactions or experiences between the consumer and the person making the report.
So I ask, ladies and gentlemen, where does a late payment come from on your credit? Where does utilizations come from? Please enlighten me. Somebody.
FICO.
Is FICO a part of your consumer report?
No, it's not.
Why do we let them do these things to us? Paris, why? Don't tell me Paris is going to go silent now. This is not the time to be silent, Paris.
Well, I think we let them do that to us because the lenders and the creditors use FICO to determine whether they want to lend to you or not.
I don't care what they use.
I know you don't care.
They're bullies, and we let them bully us.
Exactly, I know.
Kelly?
I know.
Kelly, you've been quiet all night, but you just dropped a whole bomb because we let them do it to us.
And bullying is illegal.
This credit goddess, what percentage of your credit score is payment history?
You asking me a trick question?
No, it's 35%. No, I'm sorry. This one was not a trick question.
No, because we were talking about consumer report.
Yep. Your credit score, right? Yep. So let's talk about it. And this is what I'm gonna tell y'all. This shit's fake. It's all fake, right? 35%, right?
Yes.
And then the utilization supposedly makes up another 30%. Yes. And then together they make up 357.5 points.
Correct.
Because payment history is 192.5 points and utilizations is 165 points. Together they make 357.5 points.
Correct.
That's the amount of points people lose because they don't know consumer law. If you control what gets reported, you control the credit score. This is how I made an 800 credit score 3 times in 1 year. Guys, what I'm telling you is stuff that I'm not telling you stuff that I didn't do. I am telling you stuff that I know. They are not the same. Your FICO or Vantage score is independent of your consumer report. Factors on your consumer report are not factors on FICO. Factors of FICO has absolutely nothing to do with your consumer report. They are separate things. Late payments, utilizations, a FICO, and a Vantage score do not exist on your consumer report. They don't. But when you don't know the definitions of these words, this is how they use that information against you. So, did I deliver?
So then how do they come up with your credit score?
They use information.
Of your score.
They use the information on your credit report. But the credit report is controlled by you. You control the narrative of the credit of your consumer report. So if you control the narrative and you know how their algorithm works, why don't you have an 800 or better? Hello.
Did you get it, Harris?
I hope it clicked.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it. Because we always said control what they see determines what you get.
Ooh.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding.
Kelly, I like that.
How
That's from Flame. He always says that, and Harris knows it.
Oh yeah, I know. That's why I wanted him to prove it, because maybe I'm misunderstanding what you're saying as far as the utilization not being a part of your credit score.
Paris.
Can I make it simple for him, Doreen?
Go ahead. I was about to say it only exists because you believe it does. But go ahead.
Okay. So these are two separate entities. Do I want to say entity? Let's say entity. These are two different things. If you control what FICO sees, because FICO is an algorithm, it's not part of your consumer report. You get that? Like if you go to annualcreditreport.com, it doesn't come with a score.
It does not.
It's just your report. Is when you connect it with a credit monitoring like a Vantage and a FICO, it takes the information that's on the credit report and spits out a number. So those are two separate things. So if you control what they see on the credit report, the consumer report, then the algorithm, whichever algorithm it pulls from, if you do what Durain says, you'll have a good score. That's what he's saying.
Credit goddess,
Okay,
I owe you dinner.
So you're saying how to, when you say control, which is what I understand. Control the utilization that's being reported.
Not just the utilization. Think bigger. You're thinking too small right now.
I mean, these agencies still play a factor in calculating your score.
No, they don't. Paris, unplug from the matrix for a minute. I want you to unplug. You have to get this before I leave. I cannot leave here without you getting this. Paris, everything you thought you knew about credit was a lie. It is not true. Late payments, utilization, length of credit history, mixture of credit, new credit does not exist on your consumer report. It exists on FICO. It exists on Vantage. FICO and Vantage are not a part of your consumer report. They don't exist on there. These are private institutions with private algorithm, patent algorithm that said, hey, I am going to be the person that determines what your rating or your credit rating is going to be by taking information on your consumer report and put it in my algorithm. But see, where the consumer dropped the ball is that in that exchange of information, someone said, let us not let the consumer know the definition of their credit reports or consumer report. Let us keep from them the information pertaining to their consumer report. So if they don't know what is on their consumer report, then we can put anything on there. That's the play, Paris, because we didn't know. But because y'all met the credit hero, we went right to their laws. This isn't something Durain made up. We went directly to the Fair Credit Reporting Act. It is in their laws that the exclusion section exists. And under the exclusion section, Congress said, your consumer report does not include information solely as to transactions or experience between the consumer and the corporation making the report. Bruh. Experian, TransUnion, Equifax are all corporations. Capital One, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, they're all corporations. Your transactions and experiences with them are not included in your consumer report. Come on, Paris, talk to me.
I get that part. I understand that clearly.
But there's a but.
It is included when it comes to determining, or a lender or somebody reviewing your profile and determining whether you're qualified for a loan or not.
Yes, it only exists. Paris, it exists. One minute, credit goddess. It exists because you did not control the narrative. You let them put whatever they want on it. So it became a factor. But when you know what is supposed to be on there and what is not, you then control the report. There's two things going on. You not controlling the report, so anything gets reported. You controlling the report, you control what gets reported. Credit goddess, go ahead.
So Paris, and this is anyone that's in the audience. You remember, and I say it too, Flame say it too. You ever hear us say that there's no such thing as a credit score?
I've heard that.
Okay, so we tell you stop focusing on the credit score. I mean, we do educate you on the breakdown of the scores and all that good stuff, but that's on the algorithm, FICO, Vantage, and all the other credit monitoring. But at the end of the day, creditors and lenders want to see your consumer report. That is what you want to control, what they see. It's not about the credit score. It's not. It's about your consumer report. If your consumer report is too thin for certain creditors that you're trying to build a relationship with, then they're not going to do business with you because you don't have enough experience. So it's really not about the score. The score is like a book cover. We don't judge you by the book cover. We judge you based on the story that it tells on your consumer report. So separate the score from the consumer report. That's basically what Durain is saying. Don't get caught up on the algorithm and all that. It just helps the creditor and lender identify who you are without pulling up that whole 100-page rap sheet and having to read through that. That's all it is. So you control what they see and apply Durain's tactic, like he said. If those late payments that they see on there, or defaulted accounts and bad student loans that you defaulted on, you want that off, then you apply what Durain is talking about. Control what they see.
Let me tap in with that because this number is about to drive me nuts. I promise you, I have seen 800 credit scores with no mortgage and no car payment.
That is accurate. I've done it 3 times. That is accurate.
And people are so adamant about that 3-digit number, but you can have a 3-digit number that's in the 800 to get denied for everything of any high value because your goals are not set properly. You can definitely manipulate that score to an 800 with no value to it.
Absolutely correct.
Know what they're saying about you, and you determine what they're saying about you to determine what you get. So it's very important. So Durain, thank you. I'll land there.
You were 100% correct. Paris, what I'm telling you, King, you
I've heard I just haven't heard it presented. It didn't click to me until just now that way. But I get it. I get what you're saying. I get what y'all saying.
No, it's okay. It's okay, because I tell you, people don't teach the way I teach. You are involved in your own education with me. This isn't a done for you, bro. I don't do that. You see, you will, I promise you, Paris, you will never forget the shit you just learned tonight. I promise you, you will never forget what you just learned. And you were able to follow along. You were able to look up these laws yourself. You cannot unlearn what I teach you. It is impossible. I'm going to say this one more time. You cannot unlearn what I teach you. Everybody in here, you cannot unlearn what I teach you. So, do I owe anybody any money? Do I owe anyone any money? Did I deliver on what I say I was going to deliver on? Somebody talk to me.
Yep, you did.
If I delivered, guys, let me see y'all put challenge in the chat. That means y'all need to be signing up for this challenge. Make sure y'all signed up for the challenge.
The challenge is up at the top, you guys. He has a 5-day challenge that's next week. I see some people are asking what code and what letter and all that good stuff. It's not
that stuff. You'll get it next week.
Yeah, it's not as simple as giving it to you. We already gave you the law. So if you want to know how to draft up the letter, you have to participate in the challenge.
Correct.
Because again, even though we give you this law, you need to know how to structure the letter, because it's a whole conversation, y'all. Right? It's a whole conversation and how you position it. So if you want to know how to position it, then you need to tap in and learn about it, so that way you know how to draft up these letters.
Absolutely. I'll be giving away 24 letters. I'm giving away 24 letters as well. If you are a VIP, a platinum, or an ultra ticket holder, you will be getting my letters. I am making a 24 letter pack that covers a wide range of everything on your credit. I'll be giving those to my VIPs, my platinum, and my ultra. So I will be giving away letters next week as well.
And these are already
That's good shit,
ready to go.
Yep, ready to go. All you got to do is put your information in there.
Okay. So the link is at the top, you guys. Right at the top, click it. There's 3 levels. I think that his free is sold out, because I know everybody go for the
Yep,
free.
the free is gone. Free is sold out.
You're not getting the letters. If you guys want the letters, you got to tap in.
Yeah, if you're general admission, you will not get the letters. Guys, I'm about to go now.
You did deliver, man. I was driving, trying to find my location, so I couldn't get off mute in time. I'm getting lost out here.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right, guys. For those of you that just joined, text the word challenge to 917-810-3329. That's challenge. Text the word challenge to 917-810-3329 to join my 5-day credit deletion challenge. I'll be going in, guys. I'm going to show y'all the laws, the letters. I'm going to give y'all all the sauce. I'm going to give y'all some ebooks. I'm going to give y'all letters. I'm going to give y'all clothes. I'm going to give y'all suitcases. Bruh, there's so much stuff I got for y'all. But you cannot get that being in general admission. I'll just let y'all know that up front. So, Jasmine, I saw that you raised your hand. Is there a question that you have before I go, Jasmine? I definitely want to answer your question.
I didn't have a question. Thank you for letting me up.
You're absolutely welcome.
Thank you. I was going to say I think her name was Kelly. I think she might have popped off the stage. But I was going to say what she said to Paris as far as the credit score. And, that's the same thing she said. If you went to Navy Federal or what have you, they'll still deny you with a 780 credit score, because that's not what they're looking at. They're looking at the contents of your credit report. So I was going to say what Kelly said. I think that's her name before she popped off. Because I've listened to quite a few of your videos and interviews and things like that on YouTube. But
you found me on YouTube. Shout out to you.
Yes.
I tell people like my YouTube, my free content is better than a lot of people's paid content, and that's free stuff.
Yes, and my first quarter of the next year, I will be investing. That is, people put money into college all day long. I'm investing in this, so you'll be seeing me first quarter of the year for sure.
Let's get it.
Yes.
Love
Thank
it.
you so much. I didn't want to hold the stage, but I want to make sure that.
No, it's all good. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate, yeah, guys, I'm on YouTube. Go find me, direct, go look me up. Go look me up and check out everything that I say. Fact check everything that I say. I'm telling y'all, it's a game changer when you know this stuff. You walk differently, you talk differently, and your approval ratings gets changed. So from your favorite island boy, yo, y'all know what time it is. It is the Rain de Levante, aka the Credit Hero. I hope I touch, change, or influence something in your life in some way, shape, or form. If you guys are not following me, definitely give me a follow. Turn on the notification bell. Um, I'm on the challenge, guys, Monday. I'm going Monday to Friday. I'm going all in. I'm not holding anything back. I am going to give you guys all the information you need to be successful, to build. There's nothing special about building out the 800. Control the narrative. That's all I did. I controlled what got reported and the results came in. That's all that happened. Consumer law allowed me to build out the 800 credit score 3 times in 1 year because I felt like it. That's it. I felt like I wanted an 800 and I did it because I know how. There's a difference when you know how to do the stuff. All right. So, with that being said, guys, this live is about to come to an end. If you are just joining me, remember text the word challenge to 917-810-3329. That is text the word challenge, CHALLENGE, challenge to 917-810-3329. The link is in my Instagram bio. The link is on my YouTube. Guys, Google me. Check me out. So I will be seeing you guys later. Credit Goddess, thank you for passing by, for playing tennis with me. I really appreciate it. Paris, I really love your energy. I see you next week. Brandy, you've been quiet all night. I hope you were able to get some of the information that I was given. And Jasmine, thank you so much for coming up. Everyone that came into the room, I appreciate you all. I really hope the information changed something and you guys are going to take action. All right. Don't forget to click the link above, guys. Have a wonderful night.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. I've been following you for a minute, man. Everything you've been saying, check out. You one of the few on this that really got the information they shit straight, bro. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much. All right. Later, y'all.
Have a good weekend, Rain.
Thank you. All right. Guys, I will see you. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm coming live tomorrow. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Don't forget, guys, text the word challenge to 917-810-3329 to join my 5-day challenge. Let's get it, guys. Let's go.